Hey everyone, Donovan Brown here. Jonathan H. commented, asking how do I fly around Visual Studio Code and if I have any recommendations on how to be more efficient. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. No, let's try that again. Good morning, everyone. Oh, perfect. The key is to only touch the mouse when there is no way to accomplish the task with the keyboard. Luckily, most things in Visual Studio Code can be done with the keyboard. In this video, I'm going to dissect sections of my videos showing the commands I execute and the keyboard shortcuts for all platforms. Many of these are configured out of the box, and others I configured myself. Now let's jump into Visual Studio Code. One command I use often is go to file. Executed with Control-E or Control-P on Windows and Linux, and Command-P on Mac OS. This will open a text box to enter in a search value. Once the desired file is selected, press Enter and the file will open, and your cursor will be active in that file. I find this to be much faster than locating the file in the Explorer. Replace is used in many programs and is executed with Control-H on Windows and Linux and Option Command-F on Mac OS. The true power of this command is when you use the regular expression option, but that could fill a video all on its own. If you are interested in a video on regular expressions, leave a comment and let me know. The next command is replace all. That will update every occurrence of the old value with the new value. It is executed with Control-Alt-Enter on Windows and Linux and Command-Enter on Mac OS from the replace widget. The go to line/column command is great when you see the desired line number in stack traces, or you can see the line number you want to jump to. It is executed with Control-G on all three platforms. Once the text box is shown, type in the desired line number and press Enter. If you're anything like me, you like your code to be nice and tidy. The Format Document command will fix any indenting and spacing issues. It is executed on Windows with Shift-Alt-F, on Linux using Control-Shift-I, and finally on Mac OS use Shift-Option-F. The next command does not have a keyboard shortcut configured by default, but I added Control-T to execute the Focus on Terminal View command. I use this to jump from my current editor back to the terminal so I can execute commands. After I run commands in the terminal, I use the Focus First Editor Group command to return to the editor to continue editing the file. It is executed with Control-1 on Windows and Linux and Command-1 on Mac OS. Pressing Control-N on Windows and Linux or Command-N on Mac OS is universal across the platforms to create a new file. In Visual Studio Code, it executes the new untitled file command. The only problem with this command is code does not know what type of file it is. You can fix this by using the Change Language Mode command by pressing Control-K, then M on Windows and Linux, and Command-K, then M on Mac OS. This will allow you to set the file type. Once code knows the type of file, it can offer IntelliSense, formatting, and enable extensions. I use this when I copy JSON from the web and I want to format it without saving the file. In this example, by setting the file type to HTTP, I can send HTTP requests without saving the file. Once I have a HTTP request, I can execute it using the send request command added to code by the REST client extension. Once the request is sent, the response window takes focus. To return to the HTTP file, use the Focus First Editor Group command we discussed earlier with Control-1 on Windows and Linux and Command-1 on Mac OS. If code can offer IntelliSense for the file you're editing, you can use the Trigger Suggest command to get a list of values by pressing Control-Space on all three platforms. The Toggle Maximize Panel command can be used to maximize your terminal window when you need to run a lot of commands. This is another keyboard shortcut I set up because it does not have a keyboard shortcut by default. Once you are done, you can use the same command again to return the terminal to its original size. I assign the keyboard shortcut Control-P, then up arrow. The final command I wanted to share is the split terminal command. This will take your current terminal window and open a new terminal next to it so you can see them both at the same time. It is executed with Control-Shift-5 on all 3 platforms. You must practice these shortcuts to remember them all. Before I reach for the mouse, I will find or assign a keyboard shortcut and use it a few times to learn it. Before you know it, you will be flying around code like a pro. Good morning, everyone. No, let's try that again. Good morning, everyone. Oh, perfect.